We're building a queen size platform bed. We're using hard maple for the footer, the header, and the two rails, left and right. The platform size is gonna be 61 inch by 81 inch. We started by buying a post here, a 4x4, which is 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch actual dimension. In hard maple, engineered maple, as you can see here. This is actually much stronger structurally. We bought a 4 feet post, and we cut it into 11 3/4 inches each. We routed the base and the lower side so that they're smooth to the touch compared to the top, which will be hiding. We started by we cut this to 61 inch, the header and footer, and then lay it here and mark the holes for the bolts. Everything is gonna be joined at the corners of the bed using these 5/16 inch bolts, 2 of them. The bolts have to be 1 inch below the top of the post, and the bolts on 2 sides have to be staggered so that the bolts don't touch. The bolts are 3 inch in length, so they will reach here, and so this bolt on the side is going to be staggered so that they're not touching. So you have to make some measurement for that. The headers are a different side than the rail side. This is the rail side. So this is footer left side. This is header left side, and then right side. The pilot hole should be 7. We use 7/32 for the post, but for the sides, the maple header or rails, we used 5/16, which is the size of the bolt. So that gives it a little wiggle room so we can adjust it before we tighten it. Okay, make sure we use a washer, flat washer too. So it's intentional. We picked black color so that it looks nice with the maple. All right, so then on the inside we're gonna use stiffeners. We decided to use, let's look at the header here, a 2x4, a good quality 2x4, not the Home Depot style. This is a number 1 selected grade that is a 4-side surface, 4S4. So it's have to be straight and everything. So first thing is we set the post about a 3/4 inch, which is this is a piece of the 3/4. We use the maples are all 1x8, by the way. All of these are 1x8. The post is 4x4. So 1x8 meaning 7.25 by 0.75. So that's 3/4 inch. So we set this to leave 3/4 inch lip. This is where everything is gonna sit. Then we're gonna set this here between the 2 posts to be another 3/4 inch below the post, or 1.5 inch before the top, because we're gonna put slates or plywood at the end on top of it. Whatever you put on top of it is gonna be a 3/4 inch thickness. Let's say we're putting slates like this. That 3/4 inch lip is gonna hold the mattress from falling. Okay. So that's why we're leaving that lip. So we set this 1.5 inch, we glue it in place, put clamps, and then turn it, and then put screws. The screws we use are number 10, 2 inches, number 10. Initially we thought we were gonna keep the screw flush, but we recessed them. We did countersink, probably too wide, so they're recessed. So we're gonna fill them with some wood putty to make it clean look, but these will stay. So header, footer, the rails, we're gonna attach the rails. First I already did this one. This one I haven't done yet. So we did pilot holes here. Same thing we did for the header and footer, and countersink. The pilot hole were 5/32 in hardwood, and then 1/8 in the softwood, or you don't need to. We use these screw like they're to attach it. So I'm gonna set it 1.5 inch from here. We'll use this tool. We'll set it at 1.5 inch, and we already measured it to be to this line here. That's 4 1/4. Why is that? Because the post is here 3.5, and this has an extra 3/4 inch after the post, so that it covers that one. So basically we want 81 inch on the rails inside. So we made it 82.5. So we left 3/4 on each side to cover when it comes here, and then we'll bolt it. And you can see the holes are prepared. So again, 5/16 here, and 7/32 here. So we're gonna put wood glue. We're using wood glue, that tight bond, and then clamp it with 4 clamps, turn it, put the screws. And then once we're done with all of these 4 pieces like that, we're gonna join them and put the additional bolts. And we're gonna finish them with this. You already see there's already 1 coat of that sealer. And we're gonna put more coats, but we just did 1 before we started. Once we join them, we're gonna fortify the corners by using these brackets. They're Simpson tie bracket. They're 1.5 inch here by 2 inch. So basically, once we put the rail like this, then we're gonna put the bracket like this, and another one here like this. Actually, like this. See that? We can show this. Yeah. And so that's also gonna help stabilize it. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. This is very hard, but for extra. And then we're gonna put slates 3/4 inch thickness. So there, we're gonna go by 1x4 slates. We're gonna try to find a Douglas fir rated DFHF. I don't know what it stands for. Something they do to dry it to make it harder, if we find that. And then we're gonna put them with 2 inch gaps between them. So, and then screw them. Also, we're gonna put a center spine that is gonna link the header. So the slates are gonna sit between the 2 sides, the 2 rails. And then we're gonna put a center spine, which is another 2x4 that join here, between here. That join that's gonna be placed vertically, joining the header and the footer in the center, okay? And we're gonna tie it using a joist hanger like this in the middle of the header and footer, and put a 2x4 ridge in the middle. So all the slates are gonna be, each slate is gonna have 3 screws, 1 on each side, on the rails, left rail, right rail, and 1 in the center spine. Because we're using 2x4, and because they're all attached to each other, and they're linked with these, we don't need a center leg. So we're just gonna have the 4 legs outside, which are 4x4 legs, massive. And we'll show you a picture of the bed when it's done. We're gonna, of course, coat it and finish it. Thank you for watching. Here's the queen platform, hard maple bed, assembled and finished. We used the 1x8 maple on the side. This is where the screws recessed and covered with putty were used to assemble the rail with a 2x4 stiffener inside that made a strong structural beam here. Also, these slats lay on it, and they're screwed on 3 points, 1 on each rail, 1 in the center, and the center beam is held using these joist hanger. And this is how it looks. There's no header. It's structurally solid, very strong. I can go on it like this and jump, and it will be fine because we used all good material. But at the same time, it's very light. You can pick it up with 1 arm. Okay, let me show you underneath of the bed. Remember, all 4 sides, the 4 sides are made of maple hardwood 1x8, screwed with lag screws to a 4x4 maple post from inside. These 1x8 are reinforced with a 2x4 Douglas fir, which is glued and screwed to it, and also for extra security we added these L bracket inside. I'm not sure they're needed. The central beam goes from 1-to-1 with a joist hanger from header to footer, and then for additional security, it does not bow at all, but for additional security we added these adjustable legs. This is the bed from underneath. You know, you can move the bed. It's actually light, and you can put it on the side. It does not wobble or move laterally or anything. It's very solid and very light.